In today's video, I'm going to walk you through those 3 balance exercises that I showed you in this video in using a balance board. So you're going to work out with me through the entire thing. If you want a little bit more of the explanation on these 3 exercises, you can take a look at that video. But this exercise video is just going to be a full walkthrough of those 3 advanced exercises. All we need is a balance board. I'll link to the one I'm using in the description. You'll need a chair or a countertop for support, and I recommend performing these exercises with shoes on. Of course, like any exercise routine, be sure to get checked out by your doctor or physical therapist to make sure that it's appropriate for you. These balance exercises are not appropriate for everyone, so make sure that you're smart about performing these. We don't want you to trip and fall. I'm going to be doing some of these exercises with a timer as well, but the very first exercise we're working on is a mini squat on the balance board. So to perform this, we're going to step up onto the balance board, and I'm going to count out 10 mini squats with you. So if you're stable, you're on the balance board, ready to go, let's get started with 10 squats. So let's work through number 1. Stand up tall, allow the knees to bend, bring your butt back, and then stand up tall again. This is number 3 as we squat down, and then stand up tall. We're not in a race. If anything, you can perform these at your own pace. That was number 4. And as you can see, it's getting a little shaky as I go down into a squat and stand back up for number 5. If you need to perform these with a chair, that's totally fine. That's why we have the chair or countertop for support. We're over halfway through though, and we're going to squat again for number 7. It's hard to count and talk at the same time, but we're doing this. Down for number 8. We're doing this together. It's a little bit more motivating to do this with someone. And so finishing out this first round with one more squat on the balance board. That is our first round. You can step down from there. We're going to do the next exercise in sequence, which is a side shifting exercise. We'll come back and do mini squats again in a next round. And so our goal here is to do 2 rounds of all of these exercises. And in this next exercise, number 2, it's a side shifting. So we're going to turn that board to the side and get your bearings, get your sea legs here. The exercise is going to be performed with this timer. So for about 30 seconds, we're going to go left and right. So if you're ready, let's get started. 30 seconds, the timer is going. I'm just going to shift slightly left and right. I have a slight bend in my knee. And as you need to, you can, of course, hold on to the chair. You can even allow that balance board to tap the ground. But our goal here is to maintain that little squat while going left and right so that it just slightly hovers above the ground. Boy, this gives the quads a real workout as we try to maintain that squat position and slightly shift our weight left and right. All right, very good. That was 30 seconds. We're going into the third exercise of this routine, and that is a single leg stance. So I will position this board so that it, again, goes front and back. And then to demonstrate quickly, it's a single leg stance on the board. One leg will hover just like this. I'm going to set a timer for 30 seconds. If you're able to do that for 10 seconds, great. If you can follow for the full 30 seconds, fantastic. Let's see what we can do. 30 seconds, holding that upright. If you need to have hand support right there, the chair is ready for you, the countertop is ready. Maintain good upright support, brace your abdominals. That ankle is wanting to go back and forth to be your first defense on keeping you upright. This is such a great exercise for maintaining your balance on a single leg, but it certainly is challenging. That was 30 seconds. We're going to switch to the other side since we have 2 legs and do the same thing. So once you're squared away, let's set the timer and do this for 30 seconds. You may find that one leg is a little bit more challenging to keep that balance and support, but as we work through this, just like most balance exercises, you find that it gets a little bit easier every time. So that's what I really encourage my patients to work on is the gradual progression to continue those exercises. Even if they feel challenging at first, you start to adapt and to learn how to use your muscles in those 30 seconds to keep your balance. So great work. We're going to do that one more time through the whole set. Again, those 3 balance exercises. sometimes you have questions about, or my patients have questions about how often to do these exercises. It doesn't take long to do this routine. So if you get into the habit of performing this on a daily basis, it may take just a few minutes to work through. This next round of the same exercises may take another couple of minutes, but since we're doing it together, I think it's more motivating to do this with someone. So I'm glad you're here. Let's do the first exercise again, which is a mini squat. Actually, let's turn this again so it's front and back. And once you're positioned here, we're going to work through 10 squats together. You could also set a timer, but I'll try my best to count it out. So if you're ready, let's do 10 squats together. All right, nice and slow. There's no race here. And if you find that you're able to do just 8 of them, that's totally fine, because if your form starts to go and you're doing this with bad technique, or you find that you're tripping and wanting to step down quite often, then take your time and only do as many as you can comfortably. We're at that halfway point. That's number 5. Number 6, and you're in control of how deep you go. If you only go a quarter of the way down, that's totally fine. But if you're able to get down into a deeper squat and still feel stable and controlled, that's going to be a great exercise to help strengthen your legs and to work through more of a dynamic balance exercise, which makes this one of the best advanced exercises that we can do on a balance board. All right, so I think that was 10. We're going to step down from here and then work into the second exercise, which is that side shifting, going left and right on the balance board. So I'm going to get positioned here, let that balance board go left and right, and we're going to set the timer for 30 seconds as we shift in that semi-squat position. Let's get started here. So I'm squatted down slightly. I'm allowing my legs to tap the ground left, then right, and back and forth. I'll feel the ground as it's tapping it, but I try not to rest there because the more I can be in control without that resting position at the bottom, the more work that I'm giving my legs. So this is about a 30-second countdown, and you've done a great job in doing that, shifting left and right. All right, back to the third variation of the exercise. I like having this front and back for the single leg stance. And again, we position ourselves standing on one leg. We're going to do this on both sides. So if you're ready, I've got the timer going, and we're going to set this for 30 seconds. So stand nice and tall. Keep breathing. You'll find this is quite a bit of a challenge to your muscles as an exercise, just as much as it is a balance exercise, trying to stay upright and stable. Your muscles may start to get a little shaky as your calf muscles are working, your quad muscle, your glutes are working just to keep you upright. Finishing this section out and moving on to the next 30 seconds with the other leg. If you're ready for this side, we're going to position with a chair here and perform for 30 seconds. Nice, stable support. I feel more stable this second time around, and I hope that you're feeling a little bit more stable as we work through this second round of exercises. If you have the time to work through this video again, that would give you 4 rounds of this exercise. I could recommend doing at least 2 to 3, but I would encourage you to hit repeat, watch the video again. That was 30 seconds, and we completed those 3 exercises, the mini squat, the side shifting, and the single leg stance, all very good advanced exercises we can do on the balance board. All right, so there you go. If you work through all of these exercises with me, great job. I'm proud of you. I'm glad that we can work through these together, because it's always easier to work through some of these exercises with someone for a little bit more encouragement. Hey, if you found this video to be helpful, I would love it if you gave it a like below. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you have any questions by leaving a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.